The Prime Minister today participated in the RSS centenary event, a historic moment because not only is the RSS turning 100, but the Prime Minister also spoke at length about how the legacy of the Sangh is not just about what happened after India gained independence, but also how they fought for India's independence and how efforts have been made to try and ensure that there is a certain mindset made about the Sangh, that a misconception is perpetuated over the years. Is this a historical project on which the veil has been lifted today? We'll talk about that at length. Dussehra is just hours away and just before Vijay Dashmi, which holds tremendous significance for the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Today, the Prime Minister released a commemorative stamp and a coin to celebrate 100 years of the RSS. The special 100 rupee coin incidentally features the first ever depiction of Bharat Mata on the Indian currency. Even as the PM hailed the Sangh's contributions to nation building and the freedom struggle, yet another controversy erupted. The Congress and Aam Aadmi Party have staunchly opposed the introduction of Rashtraneeti in the curriculum of Delhi government schools. Now, what is this Rashtraneeti? What will students in Delhi government schools really be learning? This will include chapters on the RSS and other notable figures from India's freedom movement. With the RSS celebrating 100 years, the aim is to get children to learn about the organization's origins, its philosophy, and its role in nation building. But as expected, there were howls of protest about this move, with the Communist Party, the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party, all of them saying that this is nothing more than an attempt to instill hate in the minds of children and to saffronize our classrooms yet again.
This is the organization which spread hate against Mahatma Gandhi. We all know that history has shown it very clearly. Therefore, this is unfortunate that they are trying to spread the wrong information, wrong half-baked information on RSS. Part of this curriculum itself in Delhi is unacceptable. I hope that they stop these kind of things.
The BJP and the RSS, for them, the national unity is paramount. For the Congress party, the only motive is to divide the country on religious lines.
Interestingly, it is exactly this kind of reaction that the PM also spoke about today. While hailing the Sangh's principles and discipline, he pointedly addressed the familiar criticism against it, that it had no role in the freedom struggle and that it collaborated with the British. In fact, he said that despite countless sacrifices made by RSS figures, there was a determined effort all these years by some within India to demonize the Sangh and keep it away from the mainstream.
आजादी की लड़ाई के समय देखें तो परम पूज्य डॉक्टर हेडगेवार जी समेत अनेक कार्यकर्ता ने स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन में हिस्सा लिया। डॉक्टर साहब कई बार जेल तक गए। आजादी की लड़ाई की कितने ही स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को संघ संरक्षण देता रहा, उनके साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर काम करता रहा। एक बार महात्मा गांधी जी वर्धा में संघ के शिविर में गए थे। उन्होंने भी संघ में समता, ममता, समरसता, समभाव, मम भाव, ये जो कुछ भी देखा उसकी खुलकर तारीफ की थी। और आप देखिए, डॉक्टर साहब से लेकर आज तक संघ की हर महान विभूति ने, हर सरसंघ चालक ने भेदभाव और छुआछूत के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ी। राष्ट्र साधना की इस यात्रा में ऐसा नहीं है कि संघ पर हमले नहीं हुए, संघ के खिलाफ साजिशें नहीं हुई। हमने देखा है कैसे आजादी के बाद भी संघ को कुचलने का प्रयास हुआ, मुख्य धारा में आने देने का और उसे न आने से रोकने का अनगिनत षड्यंत्र हुए। परम पूज्य गुरु जी को झूठे केस में फंसाया गया, उन्हें जेल तक भेज दिया गया।
And that brings us to the big questions on which the buck stops here. Was there really a calculated effort to demonize and destroy the RSS ever since India got independence? Has the reality of the RSS's contribution to the freedom struggle finally going to be put before everyone, including school-going children in Delhi, or is this all an attempt to whitewash the Sangh's real face, as the Congress and the communists have alleged all of this while? Joining us today on the debate, we have Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP, Sameer Chaugankar, senior journalist, Faizan Kidwai, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. But I'll start with you, Dr. Shama Mohammad, national spokesperson of the Congress. Let's start with the curriculum which is being introduced in schools in Delhi. What is your principal opposition to it? Because in schools we learn about everything. If there is a chapter, if there is a portion of the book that talks about the RSS, why do you have an objection to it?
See, Padmaja, the objection is about an organization which has only one agenda: divide and rule. We all know that. Now, for the freedom struggle, there was no RSS, we know it. Now, tomorrow, Padmaja is a journalist. I know her. She's a senior anchor. She's worked with India Today. She's here, and many things. After 10 years, I say, you know what? Padmaja was never a journalist, never an anchor. She was just a secretary in India Today or NDTV. Now, that's a lie, correct? So that's not the truth. That's a lie. But after 10 years, if I am a big shot politician, I can keep lying and telling people, you know what? Padmaja is not a journalist. After some time, people start believing this lie because you keep telling it again and again and again. But you know what? Padmaja is a fine journalist. That's what is happening right now. See, you didn't take part in the freedom struggle. That's fine. You didn't want to take part. It is your choice. But don't lie now. You didn't take part in Quit India movement. And the question arises is that you didn't even want this constitution. And why did you hoist the flag only after 52 years at the RSS headquarters? Why were you shy of that flag? That is our flag.
Okay.
So, and you need to answer these questions when you were not there, when the freedom struggle was going on. We have seen movies of Gandhi. We know history, we've read history. I have never seen an RSS person sitting side by side with Gandhiji. Like we had Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, or whoever was in Abul Kalam Azad, whoever was there in the freedom struggle. We just want the truth, Padmaja.
Okay.
See, we also want to give, it's not that they are all part of the Congress party. There is a history to India.
Right.
I don't want to abuse Vajpayee. I will never do that. At the same time, don't abuse Nehru. Don't say the man spent more than 10 years in prison.
Okay, so let's talk about the RSS right now. Your 2 minutes are over. Before I open this up, and actually there are a lot of factual things that you have said there, which need a factual rebuttal as well. Let me give everyone 2 minutes for their opening comments. Shehzad Poonawalla, history should be taught as historical fact, not as propaganda or a lie repeated over and over, as Shama Mohammad is saying.
First point, RSS had no role in the freedom struggle. When Hedgewarji came out of jail, he was welcomed by Motilal Nehru. Aruna Asif Ali in 1967. Delhi Sarsanchalak Lala Hansraj provided me refuge in his house for 15 days during the 1942 agitation. Chimurashti Satyagraha and the Jungle Satyagraha led by the RSS. Devipad Chaudhary, Jagatpati Kumar took bullets on their chest for the national honor. Apart from that, we know that when Purna Swaraj call was given in 1929 session in Lahore, it was the RSS that implemented it in every shaka. Apart from that, Lal Bahadur Shastri, JP and Ganesh Bapuji Shinkar all praised RSS role during the freedom struggle. If all of them are liars, I don't know, but let me quote somebody else. 22nd November 1970, Vanvasi Kalyan Kendra, Indira Gandhi. RSS people have been doing great work for tribal people. They have no politics in it. They are only here for the welfare of the people. I have full knowledge about their work and I have no hesitation saying so. The problem is that Shama Mohammad and her ilk lie about even Savarkar. 2018, Savarkar was the responsible for killing of Gandhi. That was what Rahul Gandhi had said. He had to go back, apologize to the court and said RSS and Savarkar had no role, and the Supreme Court testified that. Secondly, RSS was never with Gandhi. In fact, in 1934, Varda, RSS was not only hailed by Gandhiji, in fact, Gandhiji's vision of Gau Raksha, Gandhiji's vision of Ram Rajya is being taken forward by the RSS and the BJP. Guess who did not listen to Gandhi, who said that we should dismantle Congress? The Nakli Gandhi Parivar. Then, flying the flag after 52 years. By the way, Padmaja, till 2004, nobody could fly the flag on a private institution until the Naveen Jindal case. Having said that, please ask, who's allowed or ensured that the flag flies even in Jammu Kashmir today, in Lal Killa and in Lal Chowk? It was the RSS Pracharak, Mr. Modi, who ensured that 370 is removed. And who opposed it? It was their party. Last point. Now, one more point that needs to be said is the divisive agenda. Tell me one statement made by a person from RSS pedigree who has said that India should be divided, but they partitioned India. They are the ones, DK Shivkumar brothers said North-South should be divided. They are the ones who said that jati mein bhedbhav ho jana chahiye, bach jana chahiye. Revant Reddy said that my DNA is better than the Bihar DNA. DMK routinely makes statements against Bihar saying that they are toilet cleaners. They are the pursuers of the politics of divide and rule in this country.
Okay, your time is over. Let me ask you then, Mr. Faizan Kidwai. You know, the charge again and again is that the RSS does not deserve a place in our books, in our history, in our country, because it did not contribute to our country at all. The fact is that isn't that the distortion of history that has happened over time? And in fact, there's an excellent book written about it by none other than Arun Shourie, who talks about historical distortions. And speaking of the RSS contribution to the freedom struggle, I want to just show a picture from an excellent essay, by the way, written by Aravindan Neelakandan. And this picture is of Dr. Hedgewar participating in the 1930 Satyagraha, the call for which was given by Gandhiji. So Gandhiji was helming this Satyagraha and Dr. Hedgewar was participating in it. Who is distorting history? Because the Prime Minister actually today said that parties like yours, and yours came into existence much later, but the communists, the Congress, they have ensured that the RSS is demonized and kept away from the mainstream, and this is hidden from the country. Who started the demonization?
See, good evening, Padmaja. You said, should we not learn about RSS? Of course, you should learn about RSS because it's very important. Unless you learn about RSS and their ideology, you won't understand what is a divisive ideology. Because it's a known fact that RSS and BJP, they are casteist, divisive, communal and fascist organization. In their lust and greed for power, they have ignited this communal fire in this country. But unfortunately for them, this is not going to work. And this is the reason why the great Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar was a very vocal critic of RSS. And the RSS hated Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar. It was Golwalkar whom Narendra Modi praised today. It was Golwalkar who criticized Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar because he was talking about abolition of caste system. He converted to Buddhism. Then there was Babasaheb Deoras. In 1979, he made derogatory remarks about Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar, calling him anti-Hindu and anti-national. Now let me tell you that Narendra Modi was saying Hedgewar was jailed and he contributed a lot towards the freedom struggle. No, ma'am. Hedgewar Sahab was jailed twice, in 1921 and 31, and that too for personal reasons. After his first jail term, he categorically...
But let him finish. Let him finish his 2 minutes.
Let me just complete. Yes. He categorically instructed his RSS workers to stay away from the freedom struggle and concentrate on mobilizing the Hindu cadre against, so that he can build a fascist organization. This is the reality of RSS. Then Mr. Modi was praising Nana Sahib Deshmukh. Kindly go and read what he has written in his essay, Moments of Soul Searching. He blamed the Sikh community for the massacre that happened in the Delhi riots against the Sikh. This is, and he has been given the Bharat Ratna by the Modi government. And one more point, Padmaja, I'd like to make here.
Last 10 seconds, please.
You were talking, yes, you were talking about some essay. So there's an essay which was written by Mr. Golwalkar himself. It's called Drifting and Drafting, in which he expressed grief on choosing Tiranga over Bhagwa and equated it to intellectual vacuum. So this is the level of RSS, Padmaja, and the hatred for the constitution, for what India at large stands for.
Okay, so let's ask Sameer Chaugankar. Sameer ji belongs to no party. Sameer ji, आपसे सीधा-सीधा पूछ रही हूँ. यहाँ पे दो बहुत अलग-अलग versions हैं of the RSS. कांग्रेस और समाजवादी पार्टी कह रही है कि उनका कुछ लेना देना नहीं था फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल से. बीजेपी कह रही है कि ये इतिहास में दर्ज है. History has recorded how RSS and members of the RSS went to jail, how it was actually validated by members of the Congress, the then Prime Minister. सच्चाई क्या है? क्या RSS के लोग कभी जेल गए थे या नहीं गए थे हमारे फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल में? क्या उन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया था, नहीं किया था? आपके 2 मिनट अभी शुरू होते हैं.
पद्मजा, 1925 में आरएसएस की स्थापना केशव बलिराम हेगड़ेवार ने की थी. उसके पहले 10 साल केशव बलिराम हेगड़ेवार कांग्रेस के सक्रिय कार्यकर्ता थे, नागपुर के कांग्रेस के नेता थे और क्रांतिकारी गतिविधियों में उन्होंने हिस्सा लिया था. कांग्रेस के बड़े नेता थे वो. 1925 में उन्होंने के बाद लगातार स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन के लिए संघ के समझौते को तैयार करते रहे. 1931 में जंगल सत्याग्रह में 1 साल के लिए संघ प्रमुख जेल गए उस समय उन्होंने परांजपे को संघ प्रमुख 1 साल के लिए बनाया था। 1942 की जो जिक्र होता है कि 1942 में जब गांधी जी ने भारत छोड़ो का आह्वान किया था तब नहीं गया था संघ। तब 1942 में गुरु गोलवलकर जी ने संघ की बैठक बुलाई और संघ स्वयं को से कहा कि आप अपनी ताकत से इस आजादी के आंदोलन में हिस्सा लीजिए, गांधी जी के हाथ मजबूत कीजिए, और संघ उसमें शामिल हुआ था। संघ गुरु गोलवलकर जी नहीं गए थे, लेकिन संघ का हर स्वयंसेवक उसमें शामिल हुआ था। तो संघ लगातार आजादी के आंदोलन में शामिल रहा है, संघ तमाम तरह की देशभक्ति गतिविधियों में शामिल रहा। और ये जो कहा जाता है कि संघ के अंदर तिरंगा नहीं फहराया जाता, उनको मैं ये बता दूं कि 1925 में जब केशव बलिराम हेगड़ेवार ने संघ की स्थापना की थी, उसके बाद 1945, 1948, 1952 लगातार नागपुर में और वर्धा में जब 1952 में संघ की बैठक हुई थी, उस बैठक में गुरु गोलवलकर जी ने कहा था कि तिरंगा हमारा राष्ट्रीय ध्वज है, इसका सम्मान उतना ही होना चाहिए जितना हम संघ के तिरंगा का सम्मान करते हैं, और संघ में उतना ही सम्मान है तिरंगे का संघ के स्थापना के बाद से। तो यह कह देना कि संघ में तिरंगे का सम्मान नहीं है, संघ ने आजादी में हिस्सा नहीं लिया, तमाम बातें पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म पे अवेलेबल है, तमाम बातें हिस्ट्री में अवेलेबल है। केशव बलिराम हेगड़ेवार से लेकर गुरु गोलवलकर से लेकर दत्तात्रेय से लेकर जितने संघ प्रमुख हुए, मोहन भागवत जी तक, सबका विचार जो देश के प्रति रहा है वो समान रूप से रहा है, और संघ का योगदान सिर्फ कांग्रेस का विरोध करने से बुलाया नहीं जा सकता।
The debate is now open. Everyone's made their opening
Some points that Mr. Kidwai needs to be addressed very quickly and very pertinently. Look, first they say that RSS opposed Ambedkar. Ambedkar was defeated twice by the Congress in general elections. His election agent was Dattopant Thengadi, who was an RSS worker. The Congress party denied Ambedkar the Bharat Ratna for 50 years. In fact, we also know that Ambedkar's 5 most important places, which I'm sure Shama won't be able to name, was only revived and rejuvenated by BJP governments, whether it's in Mao, whether it's in Nagpur, or whether it's in London, or whether it's in Delhi. Apart from that, Ambedkarji's constitution said no religious-based reservation should be there. Those who bought in mini constitution of 42 imposed emergency, 42nd amendment, and want Muslim reservation should be the last person talking about constitution. But having said that, now let me make one last 10 seconds, last 20 seconds. We are always questioning patriotism of RSS. During the time of 1925 to 1947, I have recounted hundreds of occasions where RSS participated. But very interesting fact, between 1885 and 1947, George Yule, William Wedderburn, Alfred Webb, Henry Cotton, Annie Besant were the president of Congress, and they were all secretaries of the government of England, except Annie Besant. Governments of England, their secretaries were the Congress president. Okay. Nehru took the first vote under the Union Jack. But who is the RSS? Who is the non-patriotic person? RSS. गजब है भाई, विदेशी को अपना बना के प्रेसिडेंट, यू आर फाइटिंग द ब्रिटिश।
अरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बुराई करते भैया,
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे आ जाते किडवाई साहब, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे आते हैं सर, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे आते हैं। मुस्लिम आरक्षण कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के सम्मत है क्या? Who changed the name of 8 districts in UP which were named after Dalit icons,
अभी सुनिए, रमेश राम भगत का नाम सुना, झारखंड के आरएसएस के वर्कर थे, छोड़ दिया क्योंकि कहते हैं कास्टिस्ट है।
Let's come back to the topic. Mr. Kidwai, the simple question I am asking here is historical fact. I showed you a picture, 1930 forest satyagraha, Keshav Baliram Hedgewar sitting there supporting the forest satyagraha of Gandhi ji. How can you say that they did not participate in the freedom struggle at all? Let me quote to you a letter that was written by Mr. Hedgewar to all members of the Sangh. It said the Congress has declared independence to be its goal, and the CWC has announced that 26 January 1930 be celebrated as Independence Day throughout the country. It is natural we should feel heartened that this all India national body has come close to goal of independence. Therefore, it is our duty to cooperate with any organization that works keeping this purpose foremost. Therefore, all shakhas of the RSS should organize the gathering of Swayamsevaks at 6 o'clock in the evening and salute the national flag. Expressly, it has been said we are going to participate in this call for India's freedom. How can you deny that, sir? This is a letter. This is from original source. This is not hearsay. This is not a political debate.
While you were having foreign
They might see initially, sorry.
While you were having foreign Britishers as your
for the first time. अरे foreign Britishers की बात ना करिए, आप जाके तो देख लीजिए what the ideology of Mr. Munje is. Mr. Munje has built RSS. Mr. Hedgewar के जो गुरु थे, he has built RSS on the ideologies of Hitler and Mussolini, Avantgardisti and Balilla, जो groups हैं, which is a militant organization which talks about alienating the minorities. This is how RSS has been modeled. आपको कुछ पता नहीं है. They talk about excluding the minorities. आप यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, आरएसएस का राज हो जाएगा.
किधर बोला है?
पूनावाला साहब सबसे पहले दौड़ा के वो आपको भगा देंगे. तो इतना आपको पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है, this is a mature conversation and this is a fact. This is a reality.
Mr. Kidwai, rather than
समझ में नहीं आता है. Maybe sir, I understand you have a political compulsion. You have come here. Sir, let me just since you said Britishers, so Britishers ka subservient.
Can you stick to one point? Which point do you want to address? The othering point or the foreigners?
Unfortunate reality, RSS has messed up big time. So there are a lot of things that will be spoken against.
Let me have a 20-second go.
Okay.
Just 20 seconds.
The RSS has messed up big time is a rather
Padmaja, I want to leave the debate. Is he the anchor or you the anchor?
No, ma'am, I am the anchor and the anchor asked you thrice for your point of view. You chose not to reply, Shama
I just want to go for the debate.
Thrice I took your name and asked you to respond. I thought you weren't able to hear me.
No, I want to leave the debate because I don't want to
your call entirely.
Poonawala's voice.
Ma'am, it is your call entirely. When I asked you to speak, you don't speak.
You're not asking us. He's continuously.
I literally asked you
Faizan Kidwai is
by name. I asked you by name, and Faizan Kidwai eventually decided to respond because you weren't responding.
Maybe she
if
has
you
no
are
content.
the anchor, you say Faizan. I'm asking the question to
I
Shama
didn't
Mohammed.
say Faizan.
Please, no,
I
you did
said,
not do that.
Shama Mohammed, would you like to respond?
Shama Mohammed,
When
then you
thrice
went to
you
Faizan
didn't,
because you're
that's when
friends.
Mr. Kidwai came in.
This is not the way to do debates. You either you ask the guy next to you
Okay,
to shut
fine.
his mouth.
Hold on a
Because
second.
this is
like a
Let me ask
tantrum.
Faizan Kidwai.
Faizan
Hold on a
is not
second.
the
It was my
anchor.
chance to speak.
Just a second. Faizan Kidwai, let me ask
How
you.
long has he been talking?
Did I or did I not ask Ms. Shama Mohammed by name to respond to my question?
Okay, I'm going to answer that. You asked Shama Mohammed, then
I didn't
Faizan
hear
came.
what you were
So you
saying.
asked Faizan.
So you have a problem with Faizan or you have a problem with me? Why are you blaming me then?
So
It's
I
your
don't
alliance
want to get
partner.
into this sort of debate.
Can you stop wasting time? Can I please address Faizan?
No, I don't want him to be continuously
But
talking.
who is she
otherwise I'm
to
leaving.
decide?
Okay, wait.
It is not-
She
this
has
is
kept quiet
ridiculous.
all this while. Please respond to the specific charge that you have said the RSS did not hoist the tricolour. The RSS did not participate. Now, factual, historical points have been given, Shama Mohammed, of how both of that is a distortion. Why do you think that is?
RSS not raising the flag is not a distortion. Their organizer has clearly said, the organizer magazine, that they will not hoist the Indian national flag. They want to hoist the Bhagwat
That is not
Dhwaj.
true, Shama
No.
Mohammed. We just had Sameer Chaugankar saying the
I
exact
don't know
years.
who Sunny Chauhan. I told you. I'll tell you one thing. Again, I'm going to repeat what I said before. Padmaja Joshi is not a journalist, is a secretary. So somebody can come and say whatever they want. I have the proof of the organizer has written this saying that we do not want to. Now, I want to come into one very important-
Padmaja Joshi is a journalist, but historians who belong to the communist mindset spent 75 years saying over and over and over the same thing. And like I said, there have been books written about this, about how history was systematically distorted and destroyed. Now,
No, let me just
on the
come to the
limited point, do you want to clarify on the years that Sameer Chaugankar mentioned when the tricolour was
No,
hoisted?
I am still saying that they did not want to hoist the flag. Now, let me finish. I want to speak some certain things. M.S. Govalkar has written a book, or translated, basically wrote it, We Are Nationhood Defined. In that, let me quote what he says. This is the problem for me with the RSS. He says, taking inspiration from Adolf Hitler, it is asserted that India belongs to Hindus and the country's minority should be treated along the lines of the Nazis' treatment of the Jews.
Okay.
Now, these are factual things in this book, all right? Now, wait, let me finish my point. VHP is a part of RSS. We all know that. The youth wing of the VHP is what? Bajrang Dal. Who killed Graham Staines? Dhara Singh.
Don't lie on that.
We saw Babu Bajrangi Singh very openly. I kill women and children. And after that, I want
and
to go
Golwalkar. Shahzad Poonawala, Sameer Chaugankar both want to respond to this specific point.
No, you're not letting me finish the
I have heard her
point.
very patiently. Please give me the opportunity.
No, sorry,
Padmaja, this is
Padmaja,
not
you're
fair. She does this on every debate. Throws a sissy fit, throws a tantrum, starts talking in the middle and does not listen.
Hitler's idea.
Now, please give me uninterrupted time so that the educated viewers of NDTV can hear me without interruption. I request you, Padmaja. She will keep yapping in the middle. Please, The book you're talking about, the so-called book you're talking about, Mr. Golwalkar didn't pen that book. It is a compilation. Having said that, it's been compiled and published. Can you please keep your mouth at the same level as your party chief?
I'm not lying.
Come on, yaar. Padmaja, how do I speak if you interrupt me? I'm in the studio.
We cannot have a reasonable debate. We cannot have a reasonable debate. You raised
we can't have a reasonable
about
debate
Mr.
with
Golwalkar
Shehzad.
being
I'm
inspired
co-anchoring with you.
by Hitler.
You're
Let him respond to that.
Shehzad is co-anchoring with
Padmaja,
you.
you'll have
Why
to
you
do this
allowing
one
me
by
to
one,
co-anchor?
or
You have
else
to put
it's
the
not
fader
going to
down.
happen. I have been with her on several debates.
30 seconds.
Yes, I deserve 1 minute. I have kept my mouth shut and heard two people.
Okay.
Please. Now, let's assume that what you are saying about this book is absolutely true. This book was published in 1966. Indira Gandhi in 1970, even while Golwalkar is the head of the RSS, goes and praises the RSS. Is Indira Gandhi less informed than you? Or was she a fool? No, she wasn't. Aruna Asif Ali's quote I have given you. I have given you JP's quote. All in the same period of time. Are they all less educated than Shama Muhammad? And Shama Muhammad knows more. But Shama Muhammad doesn't have the gumption to answer one question. That how come you were fighting the British with foreign secretaries of Britain in your presidency?
Okay,
But please let me complete. I request you. I beseech you to let me complete.
This is
20
the
seconds
way
more.
he comes
Please
in,
let me complete, Padmaja.
and
What is your
continues
point?
to
You
talk.
I am
Why
making
do you
my last
call
point.
us?
Please let me
Okay,
complete.
last point only, Shama Muhammad, then you
He's
respond.
coming and
Yes.
attacking you.
Okay, finish your last point.
You know, the problem is that we say that the RSS is divisive. Now, let me have 20 seconds to tell you what the RSS truly is. The largest labor organization is not of a left party, but is of the BMS of RSS. The largest youth organization is not of the Congress, but is ABVP, which thrashed the Congress in state after state. The largest school system is run by the RSS, which is the Vidya Bharati. The largest tribal schools in this country are run by the RSS, the Ekal Vidyalaya. The largest organization for service, social service during COVID and other times is Seva Bharati. The largest women's movement is, by the way, the Swayamsevak Sangh. The largest cultural organization and religious organizations are run by the RSS, the VHP and others. The largest organization from a political spectrum is the BJP. This is the RSS. It has happened because there is acceptance in society, not because of your divide and rule and your abuse. You have nothing to show. Tell me how you have precedence from the British government and you are fighting the British.
Shama Muhammad, your time.
I'm not going to answer to his question. He's not my anchor. Why does he sit there and ask questions? I will not answer.
That is what a debate is. You are questioning the RSS patriotism. They are asking you a counter question.
I will not answer to him. If you want to ask me a question.
You don't have the capacity or the intellect to answer. Let's get it straight. You don't have the intellect or the capacity to answer. Shama Muhammad, please let us know your views on Rohit Sharma. You thought Rohit Sharma was fat. You thought something else, maths came from some other places. So your intellect is as good as your party score in Delhi. Ille, zero. That is why you don't have the gumption to answer. Go throw a sissy fit, go throw a tantrum, but you don't know how to answer. Please tell me how you had British government secretaries and you were saying you're patriotic.
See, he's coming in and lying out here. He keeps lying day after day. Savarkar is the one who kept writing to the British. I apologize. I apologize.
Was Savarkar in the RSS, by the way? That's not true, but RSS mein nahi the Savarkar. This is what happens when your education is not from an RSS-run school. Maybe you should get one.
Why is he interrupting me, Padmaja?
Because you're not answering the question, Shama Muhammad.
I don't want to answer to. I've told you we have nothing called these.
Okay, you want to answer a question that I'm asking? Let me quote to you a historical fact. Let me quote to you a historical fact. Here you have Trilokanath Chakravarti, who was a Bengali revolutionary and freedom fighter. He met Dr. Hedgewar, and Dr. Hedgewar promised him that the Sangh would provide him with cadre for the future revolution that he was planning. Not just that, you have got books which have spoken of how Subhash Chandra Bose reportedly sent emissaries to Dr. Hedgewar in 1939 seeking his help. You've had repeated interactions between Subhash Chandra Bose and Dr. Hedgewar. The fact is that you've got number of people from the RSS who have been noted by British intelligence agencies as speaking against the British. This constant distortion of history simply cannot hold.
No, Padmaja, you're saying till now, all the historians in India are wrong. That's what you're saying.
Not all
everybody has lied that the RSS
who were quoted selectively. The reason why I'm able to quote facts to you is because there were historians who have recorded actual facts.
An intelligent woman like you are saying our historians from Romila Thapar to everybody are wrong.
Because Shama Muhammad, there are shades of historians, and I like to read all shades of historians. If you go beyond the obvious of what is spoon-fed to us, you will know what the reality is. Let me quote to you more facts.
You can take us. I'm taking out a paper. Padmaja Joshi did not work in NDTV. She is not there. She's a secretary. She was never there. I'm taking out
Shama
papers
Mohammed,
like that.
why
I
is
can
this
do
about
that,
Padmaja Joshi?
Let me do that.
This is about
Padmaja was
history.
never
This
there.
is about
Pranay
books
Roy
that
did
have
not
been
even
written
open
from
NDTV.
primary
Pranay
sources.
Adani was never there
You
anywhere.
saying the same
Let's
thing
not
again
start
and
the
again
story.
is just
What are
making
you
this
saying,
so
Padmaja?
strange.
I can take up some papers like this and make up stories. That's what you're doing.
But this is
I'm
not a
sorry.
story.
This is
Okay.
history. The RSS
Okay.
was not.
You know,
Padmaja,
you
I
have
मैं
chosen
जोड़ना चाहता हूँ।
repeatedly Sameer
Stop
Chaugankar.
lying like Modi
Sameer
said.
सावरकर पे मैं जोड़ना
Sameer
चाहता हूँ,
Chaugankar, हिटलर की जहां तक बात है, प्लीज आप बता दीजिए किस किताब में लिखा गया है कि हिटलर और आरएसएस का एक ही माइंडसेट था। इसका हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट क्या है, बता दीजिए। और प्लीज किताब का नाम बताइएगा, नहीं तो आपको व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी बता देंगे। समीर चौगांकर।
शमा बंच ऑफ थॉट, ये बंच ऑफ थॉट का जिक्र कर रही है शमा मोहम्मद। बंच ऑफ थॉट गुरु गोलवलकर जी की जो बुक का जिक्र कर रहे हैं बार बार, और कांग्रेस और लेफ्ट के लोग हमेशा उस किताब का जिक्र करते हैं। गुरु गोलवलकर जी ने कभी उस बात का जिक्र नहीं किया था, वो एक संदर्भ में उन्होंने कहा था जब उन्होंने, और वो उनके भाषणों का एक संग्रह था जो बंच ऑफ थॉट था। और मोहन भागवत जी समय समय पर उसका स्पष्टीकरण दे चुके हैं कि किस तरीके से उसको एक एजेंडा के तरह से कहा गया है, उसमें इस तरह का जिक्र नहीं किया गया था। अगर शमा मोहम्मद उसको पढ़ना चाहती है तो मैं बंच ऑफ थॉट की ओरिजिनल कॉपी शमा मोहम्मद को दूंगा, वो उसे पूरा पढ़े और मुझे वापस कर दे। मेरे पास ओरिजिनल कॉपी बंच ऑफ थॉट की है, वो पढ़ेंगी तो उनका क्लियर हो जाएगा। दूसरा मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, सावरकर को लेकर कहना चाहता हूँ, सावरकर को लेकर मैंने कहा सावरकर का संघ के सदस्य नहीं थे, सावरकर हिंदू महासभा के सदस्य थे। और सावरकर पर डाक टिकट किसने जारी किया? इंदिरा गांधी थी। तब सूचना प्रसारण मंत्री कौन थे? वसंत साठे थे। सावरकर के लिए दादर में जमीन किसने डोनेट करी? कांग्रेस के गवर्नर थे शंकर दयाल शर्मा, उन्होंने दी। वहां के मुख्यमंत्री शरद पवार जब कांग्रेस के थे, उन्होंने सावरकर को वीर सपूत बताया। तो कांग्रेस ने जितना सावरकर का सम्मान इंदिरा गांधी के समय किया था, अब ये सावरकर का बार बार अपमान करने का काम राहुल गांधी और कांग्रेस करती रहती है। 1963 में जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने रिपब्लिक डे की परेड में कांग्रेस के स्वयंसेवकों को क्यों बुलाया था? यह कहकर बुलाया था कि देश के आजादी आंदोलन में संघ का योगदान रहा है, और जिस तरीके से 1948 के अंदर पाकिस्तान ने घुसने की कोशिश की,
सवाल पूछना है।
मुझे
एक सवाल पूछना है आपसे, मुझे एक सवाल पूछना है। अच्छा, आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये विभाजन की राजनीति नहीं करते, आरएसएस सबको एक साथ देखना है। तो जो आरएसएस, मोदी जी तो आरएसएस है। मुझे एक सवाल है, क्यों एक लोकसभा एमपी मुसलमान नहीं, एक मंत्री मुसलमान नहीं, बाकी सभी लोग जो जैन है, क्रिश्चियन है, सिख है, सबको लोकसभा मेंबर है, राज्यसभा है। हमारे केरल से भी क्रिश्चियन लोग हैं जो मंत्री है। आप बताइए, मुसलमान के खिलाफ क्यों है आप लोग? मुसलमान
let the politician answer this, although I don't see what this has to do with
the irony.
Political question, but anyway, answer this, Shehzad Poonawala.
Can I please answer? Can I please answer? Can I please
answer the question?
Can I please answer? The irony of the situation is that Shama, who refuses to answer my question, is asking Sameer ji a question about BJP. But I'll be gracious enough to answer because I am not having zero intellect. By the way, I am a Muslim, by the way. Irony of the situation that Muslim ke khilaf hai, Muslim is answering. By the way, please tell me, Shama Mohammed, that from 1952 to 2004.
I will not answer you.
I know you don't have the capacity to answer. Shama, the problem is that you don't have the intellectual wherewithal or the words or the articulation or the content to answer. You are as good as Rahul Gandhi. In fact, you're Rahul Gandhi Pro Max. That's why you cannot answer. But I would request you not to interrupt when I am answering. I would request you not to interrupt when I am answering. Padmaja, this is so unbecoming of the platform that you have to
one at a time, please.
I am not going to answer to him.
He is answering your question. Can I please have one more
answer? Don't answer. I don't expect somebody with you or Rahul Gandhi's intellect to answer. Why don't you get it?
Okay, let me get one thing straight. The question you asked is being answered by him. He is not asking you a question. The question you have asked, Shehzad Poonawala, is the mindset of RSS, which is exclusionary, is reflected in the current makeup of the Modi government and how there is no Muslim Lok Sabha MP. Answer. This is a reflection of the RSS. Shehzad Poonawala.
Yeah. Now, can I please answer whether Ms. Shama Mohammed can tell me that Muslim MP is the only representative of Muslim? There is no Parsi MP of the Congress. So is Congress against Parsi? There is no Jain MP of the Congress. So is the Congress against Jain? Please do not interrupt Shama Mohammed. There is no. Please do not. If the,
one at a time, please.
Why is there no representation?
Can I please answer without her interrupting?
Yes.
If the touchstone of our democracy, which is not a Jinnah state but a secular democratic country, is that there is no ex-MP, so the ex-community is not being represented, then by that logic, please Congress party tell me, do you have homosexual MPs? So are homosexuals not represented by Congress? Do you have Parsi MPs? You don't have Parsi MPs, that means our Parsi is not represented by Congress. This is a Jinnah thought which I expect Shama Mohammed to betray. But let me tell you something more than MPs. In 2014, the IB director of this country under Modi was Asif Ibrahim. The the representative of India in the United Nations was Syed Akbaruddin. Please let me tell you that when 80 crore people get ration, Muhammad and Mohit both get it. When a toilet is fixed, Shama and Sultana both get it, provided Shama wants a toilet. But the problem is that Shama only wants to speak garbage. The problem is that Savarkar, last point. Savarkar is a remarkable son of India, says Indira Gandhi, and Shama Mohammed flushes Indira Gandhi's views around the toilet.
Shama Mohammed, then Faizan Kidwai. Shama Mohammed, does that answer your question?
No, I don't want to even talk to this guy because he's saying, so it isn't. See, when there's a country where the population of Muslims are nearly 15%, and if you don't have a single representation...
How many Parsi MPs do you have?
You go and bulldoze.
How many Parsi MPs do you have?
You bulldoze.
How many Parsis are not even 1%? How many Parsi MPs do you have?
You have, okay, let me give you one example, Shehzad Poonawala. One example. You've asked me so many questions.
How many Parsi MPs do you have? Slowly,
2006.
How many Parsi
Let me
MPs
answer.
are you
What is this, Padmaja? Let me finish. 2006 Mumbai blast. If they've been acquitted, the Devendra Fadnavis government goes to Supreme Court. 2008 Malegaon blast, Colonel Purohit and that Pragya has been acquitted. Devendra Fadnavis does not go to the Supreme Court.
Why does this have to do with the RSS?
There are Muslims there. Why don't you go for both? There are Muslims in one case, in the other case there are no Muslims. Why did he approach also the Supreme Court for the Malegaon blast acquittal? Approach for both.
He doesn't approach, the agencies approach, the prosecution approaches. The problem is you think prosecution is government.
There are Muslims and the BJP and RSS are anti-Muslim. That is my biggest issue.
Okay, you keep saying that the mindset of the RSS, which started pre-independence, has percolated to 2025. Let me quote to you another excellent essay which has been written by Arun Anand. It speaks of the relationship between Gandhiji. I am asking you this question, Shama Mohammed, because I believe that any Congress person would believe in the word of Gandhiji. This article quotes Gandhiji and says, Gandhi was all praise for the RSS when he visited its camp in Wardha, Maharashtra in 34. Later, he addressed an RSS meeting on the 16th of September 1947 in the Sweepers colony in Delhi. There was a report which was published in the Harijan on the 28th of September 1947, and I want to quote to you from Harijan what that report said, Shama Mohammed. And Faizan Kidwai, you should listen to it too. The report said, Gandhiji said that he had visited the RSS camp years ago at Wardha when the founder Shri Hedgewar was alive. Hear me out now. The late Shri Jamnalal Bajaj had taken him to the camp, and Gandhiji had been very well impressed by their discipline, complete absence of untouchability and rigorous simplicity. Since then, the Sangh has grown. Gandhiji was convinced that any organization which was inspired by the ideal of service and self-sacrifice was bound to grow in strength. This is Gandhiji, not Golwalkar, not the BJP, not Vajpayee. Gandhiji saying that this organization is marked by discipline, complete absence of untouchability and rigorous simplicity which is needed for the growth of the nation, Faizan Kidwai. Gandhiji.
Right. Padmaja, now just answer this question, Padmaja. Answer this question and we all will come to know who loves the Indian Constitution.
Who is Padmaja before Mahatma Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi has spoken of the RSS.
Padmaja, just a second. See, I am sure everybody sitting here on this panel and all your viewers, we love our nation, we love our constitution, we love our flag. Suppose, Padmaja, if somebody says, those people who have come to power by the kick of fate may give in our hands their tricolor, but it will never be respected and owned by Hindus. The word three is in itself evil, calls evil. The flag having three colors will produce certain bad psychological effects and is injurious to the country.
You cannot keep
so will you approve of such a statement?
You have quoted everything and everyone. I am asking you and Shama Mohammed only one question.
No, Padmaja.
Today you sit here with the argument saying the RSS is an
Padmaja, if
untouchable, it's a
somebody
despicable
says
anti-national
somebody
organization.
issues such a
I am
statement,
quoting to you
isn't
the
that
words of
person
Mahatma Gandhi
anti-national?
on the 1st of October. Tomorrow
Padmaja,
everyone
if
is going to be
somebody
falling at
issues
the
such a
feet of Bapu.
statement,
Today I am
isn't
quoting
that
his
person
words, which
anti-national
he
or
said
not?
after
Answer this.
visiting an RSS camp. Now, either
Let
you are
Shehzad answer
saying
this.
that Mahatma Gandhi was anti-national for fraternizing with the RSS, or you are saying he was deluded.
No. Padmaja.
Yes,
Padmaja,
Shama Mohammed,
you
go
answer my
on.
question.
I think Shama Mohammed
You
wants to
my
answer to
question.
Gandhiji. Go on. Shama Mohammed. I think you've muted yourself, lest I get the blame. Shama Mohammed, you've muted yourself. I don't want to take the blame for this.
No, that whatever you were saying, you know, there was part of it was in 1934. There was a camp he went to. After that, what happened is that he stood with every Indian. The RSS cannot tolerate anybody standing with Muslims.
He
They're just
quoted the
anti-Muslims
RSS by name and said that this is an organization that is rooted in simplicity and
why was
complete
RSS banned
lack
after the
of
assassination
untouchability.
of Rao? You're not listening to me. Why was RSS banned after the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi?
Why did Mahatma Gandhi praise the
was
RSS?
banned.
Let me answer
Was
this.
banned because the
I'll
RSS
answer
was
this. One
banned.
line.
That is why.
Just one
why
line.
did Vallabhbhai Patel, who they
Just
say
one line.
they have taken Vallabhbhai Patel from the Congress and says Vallabhbhai Patel banned the RSS.
Okay.
After the
One line.
Okay, so the counter
Just one
argument
line.
is that there
So you
was
keep
an
talking about it.
Just
epiphany
one line,
about
if
the
you can
nature
keep
of the
quiet.
RSS
Let's not
later,
forget that
which is
part.
why it was banned.
Just one line, and in the interest of the debate, I am answering the questions. Rahul Gandhi to Supreme Court. RSS did not assassinate Gandhi. Should I tell you the date? This has been published. It's been published in Times of India. This is 2017. Shama, open your eyes wide.
will not
The
respond
same
to this
rubbish
yet.
that you've been
I will
peddling.
not respond to
RSS.
this
Now it's my
stupid
turn. I
guy.
think.
I won't
Padmaja, I think
respond
it's
to
my
it.
turn to
He's
speak.
not the
But it was
anti-Semitic.
banned because there was a problem.
Please,
I will
who
not
lifted the
respond
ban?
to
Let me
him.
complete. Let the
I
audience
do
is
not
here.
respond
Because
to
this
such
is an audience
people.
that doesn't
I don't
have so much
respond to
information.
these
Let me
guys.
complete my
Okay,
full
Shama
thought.
Mohammed
I will
doesn't want
not
to hear you.
respond.
That's okay.
So
she
hold
can-
on, hold on. Shama Mohammed, I think
Shama
people
Mohammed
deserve to
answering
hear
my
an answer
question.
to the question you have raised.
Somebody
Coming to you,
answer
Mr.
that-
Kidwai.
that
Hold on a
statement
second.
that
Yes.
was
Shama,
issued. Is it
please, can
in
you
the
please
interest
make
of the
it
nation
less
or not?
difficult for me? I
Was
can't-
there a change of mind
Yes, let me have my say.
about the RSS
Let me have my
after
say.
a decade leading to its
First
ban?
of all, I
Shehzad
am
Pooja.
not surprised
There
that
will be
Shama
no change
doesn't.
because
Can
we
you
know
please?
what
Can we
the
please have
RSS
one
is.
person speaking at a time, if anyone can hear me?
First of all, I am not surprised Shama doesn't want to hear me because Shama and her Jamaat don't like facts. Otherwise, they wouldn't get chastised by the courts every second day. Now, let's come to the fact. The fact is that yes, Mr. Patel did ban the RSS. And yes, Mr. Patel himself lifted the ban and said that they were not involved in the murder of Mahatma Gandhi. And the fact of the matter is that Indira Gandhi, much after that, after knowing all the facts, more than Shama Mohammed and her zero IQ, still visited and patronized the RSS. And not just her, the last president the Congress made, Pranab Mukherjee. Pranab Mukherjee is a man of impeccable integrity. Does he have more knowledge or does Shama Mohammed? And Rahul Gandhi, when he made the same stupid claim that Shama Mohammed and her ilk and her Jamaat keep peddling, he went and apologized to the Supreme Court for it. But having said that, I want to have one question from Mr. Faizan Kidwai because he keeps asking me all the questions. I don't get to ask him even one question. Mr. Kidwai ji, you are the party which released terrorists by saying ये Muslim आतंकी हैं इनको छोड़ना है. And the High Court said कि आज इनको छोड़ रहे हो तो कल पद्मश्री दोगे. You have the gumption to call somebody criminal. You who stood with Simi after Simi was banned by Supreme Court has the gumption. The one who does MY politics.
Faizan Kidwai.
MY politics
MY
वाले
politics.
राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ को बोल रहे हैं. ये तो मतलब सोने पे सुहागा.
पहले तो सोने पे सुहागा नहीं, सोने पे डायमंड दे रहा हूं आपको. उसको लीजिए, मजा करिए.
आप तो
प्लीज काइंडली टेल मी जो मैंने. हाँ जी, क्या दे सकते हो?
आप तो टैब भी दे सकते हैं, जो चुराएंगे वो देंगे.
नहीं तो टैब, अगर टैब दे सकते हैं तो आपने हिंदुस्तान का पूरा पैसा चुरा लिया, यहाँ के किसानों का खाना चुरा लिया, चोरी करके पहले फार्मर से कहा था C2 plus 50% देंगे, उसमें भाग गए ना. और साहब आप तो टर्न कोट हैं, आप तो ज्ञान मत दीजिए मोरालिटी पे. ठीक है, पहली बात, क्योंकि पर्सनल हो गया तो मैं नहीं बोलता.
6 महीने पहले
अभी
Okay, let him complete, please. Let's come to the point. Faizan Kidwai, yes.
Right. First of all, the statement I read, nobody is answering on that statement. That wasn't it an anti-national, anti-constitution statement. I say this was issued by RSS in 1949. This shows the hatred of RSS for the constitution, for the tricolor, and RSS has stood against the interest, against the
What
ideology
statement?
of
Where the
India.
RSS
That
said
was
कि भगवा होना चाहिए.
those who
हमारा तिरंगा भगवा होना चाहिए. तिरंगे की
हमारा
जगह.
नहीं है. This is anti-national. This is anti-Hindu. This is what RSS said.
Okay, we will have Sameerji respond to that. We will have Sameerji respond to that. Finish your point, Faizan Kidwai.
Padmaja, let me respond to Shehzad. Shehzad says that Patel
एक
साहब
second,
lifted
Sameer,
the ban
coming
on
to
RSS. Patel साहब lifted the ban on RSS. But Patel साहब also wrote a letter.
Sameer
Sir,
ji, I'm
let me
coming to you in a
complete.
second. Let Faizan
Sameer ji.
Kidwai finish his point. Yes.
दूसरा मैं आपको
Ji,
बता
Patel
देता हूं,
साहब also wrote a letter to Mr. Golwalkar where he criticized RSS. He said RSS members expressed joy and distributed sweets after Gandhiji's assassination. He said this is poisoning public mind with hate, and he says RSS activities are anti-national and communal. This is also what Patel saab said about RSS. And its
I have the
ideology,
final 1
its
minute, so I'm
activities,
going to give
its
it to a
criminal activities.
non-political voice.
प्रतिबंध हटाया था।
घूम फिर के समीर जी वहीं पर दो एलिगेशंस दोबारा लगाए जा रहे हैं। एक कि आरएसएस ने बोला था कि हमारा जो ट्राई कलर है, हमारे देश का झंडा तिरंगा नहीं होना चाहिए, भगवा होना चाहिए। 1 एंड 2 सरदार पटेल ने सीरियस चार्जेस लगाए थे आरएसएस पर, तो उनके दिमाग में हमेशा उसको लेकर के शक रहा था क्या? समीर जी, फाइनल 1 मिनट।
सरदार पटेल ने तो जवाहरलाल नेहरू से कहा था कि गांधी जी की हत्या में संघ की कोई भूमिका नहीं है, नाथुराम गोडसे का कोई संबंध आरएसएस के साथ नहीं है, प्रतिबंध हटाना पड़ेगा। और सरदार पटेल ने जवाहरलाल नेहरू से कहा कि संघ का संविधान बनवा देते हैं, संघ की कोई भूमिका नहीं है। और सरदार पटेल के कहने के बाद नेहरू को मजबूर होना पड़ा संघ से प्रतिबंध हटाने के लिए। अगर संघ का 0.1% भूमिका होती तो जवाहरलाल नेहरू संघ से प्रतिबंध नहीं हटाते। 3 बार संघ पे प्रतिबंध लगा, गांधी जी की हत्या पे लगा, आपातकाल पे लगा और बाबरी मस्जिद ध्वंस के बाद लगा। तीनों समय कांग्रेस की गवर्नमेंट थी और तीनों बार कांग्रेस ने संघ से प्रतिबंध हटाया, क्योंकि संघ की कोई भूमिका एंटी नेशनल मूवमेंट में नजर नहीं। 100 साल संघ को होने जा रहे, आज तक एक घटना ऐसी नहीं मिली कांग्रेस को या दुनिया को जहां संघ को एंटी नेशनल बताया जा सके। कांग्रेस के इतने साल के शासन के अंदर एक घटना बता दें जब संघ ने
भगवा या तिरंगा? समीर जी, भगवा या तिरंगा?
हाँ बताइए, भगवा के तिरंगा?
संघ ने हमेशा कहा कि तिरंगा, बिल्कुल संघ ने कहा कि तिरंगा ये राष्ट्र का ध्वज है, इसका हम पूरा सम्मान करते हैं। संघ के अंदर भगवा का भी सम्मान है, तिरंगा के भी सम्मान है, और तिरंगा चूंकि देश का राष्ट्रीय ध्वज है इसलिए ये हमारे लिए सम्मानीय है। संघ ने हमेशा कहा है।
ठीक,
तो बाबा साहब अंबेडकर के जो पुतले जलाए थे उसको कंडेम करते हैं। बाबा साहब के पुतले जलाए थे कंडेम करते हैं साहब। बाबा साहब के पुतले जलाए थे कंडेम करते हैं साहब। बाबा साहब के पुतले जलाए थे कंडेम करते हैं, बोलिए हाँ के नाम।
उसी नागपुर में बाबा साहब की दीक्षा भूमि है, उसी नागपुर में संघ का मुख्यालय।
ओके, लास्ट वन लाइन, आई एम रियली
कंडेम कर,
Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated in 1948 and Godse was convicted and hanged in 1949. If the Congress government had proof against RSS, they should have got it convicted. Then there was the Justice Kapoor Commission. Neither Savarkar nor RSS. So are you saying that Congress was hand in glove in getting clean chit to RSS? And secondly, sir, तिरंगे को तो हमने जम्मू कश्मीर में पहुंचा दिया, विरोध आपने किया, विरोध आप कर रहे हैं। And you're telling us.
Okay, I'm going to have to end it at that. The simple point is that there have been many shades of history that have been taught, that have been written with a certain slant. The only way to really get to the truth, or whatever your version of the truth is, please read every form of history, no matter which background it comes from. And like I said at the beginning, maybe a start is reading this excellent article by Aravindan Neelakandan. When you find the time, do go ahead and read at least the basic history and principles of the RSS. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for having joined me.